Hey, I'm Dr. Julie with Revive Chiropractic and Wellness. And today we're going to be talking about something that affects millions of people's lives, and that's low back pain. In fact, 8 out of 10 people are going to experience low back pain at some point in their life. And it's not something that's just uncomfortable. It's something that's actually the leading cause of disability in this country. So we have a lot of people coming in specifically because of low back pain. And a lot of people, it starts as, hey, this is just a little bit of tightness, achiness happens every now and then, to now where it's really not going away and it's starting to be much more limiting because of that. When people come in, we hear them say very often, it's now starting to affect my daily life. I can't bend over to wash dishes over the sink anymore, or get into the laundry. I can't get down and play with my grandkids. Or, hey, I used to be PRing at weight training and now I'm having to lower the weights that I'm doing. I can't do the activities I want to do. And so they just get to feel very limited, and you can no longer do the things that you want to do, not because you're choosing that, but you truly just can't. So there's so much limitation there. And not only can low back pain start to affect like what you're able to do, it's going to affect sleep, mood, digestion, even reproduction, because those same nerves that come out of the low back go directly to those systems as well. So over time, we just know people start avoiding doing things, and they avoid the things that they want to do because they can't. So most people are like, well, how does this happen, right? How does it get to this point? And the common responses that we hear in the office is, well, I'm just getting older, I'm just aging, and it just happened. I don't know what happened, it just did. I reached for the remote and there it was. And so we actually know that there's a lot of underlying issues that add up over time to get to that point. Now, if you let that go uncorrected, we know that that's going to cause way more problems down the road. So we start by addressing, hey, these are the 3 main reasons people get to this point of experiencing low back pain. 1, just the birthing process. We all came out somehow, and that can cause trauma to the spine in the neck and the low back. And when that happens, it goes unaddressed over time, it just gets worse. The second reason are traumas. So injuries, falls, car accidents. It's not maybe that 1, but it's the 2, the 3, the 4 things that add up over time that get to that point. And then the third reason, which is really the more common one we're finding nowadays, are the repetitive things that we're doing. So we're sitting at work, we're sitting in our car, and then we go home, we sit on the couch, we're looking down on our phones. When we look down on our phones, it pulls on the low back. So there's just all these stresses and strains, and you think about all of those reasons and how much you've been through, it makes sense that your body's getting to the point giving you body signals or warning signs saying, hey, take care of this, something's going on. Now, if this does go uncorrected over time, it can lead to classic symptoms with nerves in the low back, which a lot of people we have coming in are dealing with sciatica, numbness down the leg, past the knee into the feet, directly in that low back SI glute area. And if that continues to get worse, it's just going to add more limiting factors to how you're living and to your life. And that's why masking symptoms like with medications or stretches is not actually going to help you get to the root cause of this issue, because it's all those structural traumas that have added up over time to shift your spine out of alignment. Now, what that looks like when we're looking at the spine like this, so we know that God put incredible healing and function power in this brain, and it has to communicate down the spinal cord and then out all of these nerves to every single part of the body, every organ, every tissue, every cell. And these nerves in the low back, when the spine shifts out of alignment, let's do an example right here. It's going to shift and put pressure directly on that nerve. The tricky part, only 10% of all the nerves in our spine sense pain. So 90% of the time, people can have shifting pressure on their nerves, building up for a long time, here and there having maybe some achiness, but it's never truly going to have its like red engine check this problem out scenario kind of pain until it's been there for a long time. And that's why at Revive, we are huge on getting a thorough start. So when you come to our office, what we start with is a comprehensive consultation. So this is where we're meeting with you, we're listening to what you've been dealing with, what you've been trying for it, how it's been affecting your life, and we get a thorough history of what you've been through, right? So because we know what you've been through has gotten you to the place that you're at now. It's gonna help us know how to best get you out of it. So we go through that. We're gonna do a full postural analysis. So we're gonna check your range of motion. We're gonna check how your spine is moving, or to check your posture. I'm also going to be able to feel directly in your spine to see exactly where your spine is shifted in that low back. And knowing that helps us know what kind of x-rays we need to take to see exactly what's going on. And x-rays show so much detail. They're going to show exactly how the spine is shifted, how long it's been like that, and ultimately what we can do to help correct it and get to the root cause. After that, we bring you back for a personal report of findings. That's where we're gonna sit down with you and be able to show you, okay, here are normal x-rays, here's what it should look like, here are yours. So at that point, you know exactly where your spine is shifted, how it's been affecting your life, causing pain and discomfort and also limiting you. And then also, based on what we find and what your goals are, we're able to say, okay, this is the specific personalized plan and path we need to take to get it corrected and get you the results that you wanna see in your life. Now, how we get results in Revive is step 3. So this is the corrective chiropractic care that we do. So we base that on the 3-legged stool of correction. So the first leg is adjustments in rhythm. We know when you come consistently for that first phase, you're going to accelerate seeing change results and holding those adjustments. By staying in that rhythm, it doesn't allow you to walk out of the door and go right back, right? We're gonna help get true correction with that. The second leg is breaking the bad habits. We talked a lot about habits and repetitive motion, so we're gonna help you break those bad habits so you don't go back to building those subluxation patterns and those misalignments in your spine and your low back. And then the third, the specific corrective exercises we do here in the office for the low back is gonna be the wobble discs. It helps pump the discs, help with disc healing, helps with retraining the spine to help receive the adjustments, but also hold them after you're all done. And then we also have spinal molding rolls. So you'll lay on rolls to help support the proper shape of that low back curve. And that's really where we see results. And then the beautiful thing is in that process, we're gonna have check-ins. We know that clarity is an accelerant to see results. And clarity is gonna help you know, hey, how am I doing? Are we seeing change? I feel better. Are we actually healing better? Or I'm not feeling better yet. What's the process here? What should I expect? And so it's being able to have that beautiful checkpoint along this path to know like we are on the right track. So we'll have those check-ins. And we've seen so many people come into our office who pretty much are crawling into our office because of the low back pain. 2 or 3 weeks later, be able to sleep better, have way better mood, energy, and get back to the things that they love. They're not limited by their low back pain anymore because we actually got to the root cause and you're able to get the spine back into alignment, and then your body can heal the way that God designed it to. Now, if you or anyone you know is struggling with low back pain, reach out to us, call our office. We would be honored to help you get back to healing, repairing, restoring, and to the life, and really be able to live in freedom and get your life back on track.